Good morning to you, and of course, I thank you for joining us. The Louisiana Shrimping Association is filing a lawsuit against the Biden administration over turtle conservation methods, which may interfere with the industry. The Shrimp Association is being represented by the lawyers of Pelican Institute's Center of Justice. Now, in the litigation against the Biden administration's National Marine Fisheries Service, here's Johnson D'Amico with more.
We're representing the Louisiana Shrimp Association and some individual shrimpers here in Louisiana who are fighting against a Biden administration regulation that is requiring them to install these expensive devices, contraptions to their nets called turtle excluder devices.
The ruling by the National Marine Fisheries Service requires custom-made attachments to be installed on shrimper trawl vessels that are 40 feet or longer to allow for turtles to have the ability to escape from nets in case they are trapped inside. President of the Louisiana Shrimp Association, A.C. Cooper, says these devices should not be required as it will prevent shrimpers from catching wider loads. The escape hatch would allow anything caught in the net from escaping, including shrimp. He says studies by Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries show only a few incidences of turtles being caught in shrimp nets.
So they can't actually say that we kill any turtles. They have no proof. We did a bycatch study 2 years ago, 500-something hours of towing, never caught one turtle.
Cooper says this will only cause more issues for the industry already struggling because of cheaper imported products.
And this just adds another layer of problem. You know, the 40-foot vessels, when they shove it on the side of a boat that's smaller than them, they're getting beat, which there's no sense in that. You catch debris in it and all the shrimp comes out. You're getting within jelly, and jelly just shoves everything right out. So we got a lot of problems with this TED ruling all the way around the whole industry, on top of what's going on now.
Very interesting there. And then a local farmer speaking out about the freezing temperatures affecting the production of crops, especially with the plummeting temps we had last week. News 10's Kai Price explains why it has been a challenging harvest season for some.
LS4 co-owner Nicole Johnson says the cold weather and dry conditions have had a huge impact on the growth of crops.
We did a lot to try to prepare for that by applying mulch and hay and using freeze coil to try to protect the crops that we had, but it absolutely affects the production on a farm whenever you have extreme weather conditions, whether it's high heat or extreme lows.
Johnson has been a farmer for El Forest Farms for 4 years. El Forest Farms is part of a space called Earthshare Garden. She says throughout her few years of farming, she hasn't seen the cold kill crops like it did this season.
We did lose some lettuces and some beets because of the extreme, cold weather. As far as our cash crops, we luckily have been able to, protect them with the extreme weather.
With the shift in temperatures on the way, Johnson says the warm weather and rain can help the crops grow back.
With the temperatures kind of rising a little bit and, us getting the rain, I think that's going to allow a lot of farmers, a lot of growers, gardens to really start kind of perking up again.
Johnson says while she is hopeful the cold weather will come to an end soon, she will still be on high alert for freezes later down the line.
Even though we seem to have some light at the end of the tunnel at this very moment, there's still always the fear of a late freeze at the end of winter, beginning of the spring. So fingers crossed.
And staying with the cold weather impact on farmers between the summer drought and now the brutal cold, crawfish farmers say they're having trouble filling their traps as well. Many people are wondering when and if the price will go down. At Four Oaks Farm in Morganza, Louisiana, the ice on their ponds was around 1.5 inches thick last week. So with no easy way of pulling out the traps, it was a guaranteed day last week with no crawfish. While they say they have experienced below freezing temps before, this year has been uncharted territory for them. While the crawfish try to adapt to the weather, so are the farmers, unsure of what to do. They are working to figure out how to fix the problem.
Right now, it's either nothing to one crawfish to every other trap, you know, so it's not looking too good, but hopefully that it picks up within the next month or two.
So as we dig deeper into the season, there is a chance that it may pick up, but until then, some places will be cutting back on their supply and unfortunately having to charge more. A domestic violence survivor and mother of 7 is thankful to be alive after she was shot several times by her ex-boyfriend. Police say a domestic shooting at the Brook Point apartment complex happened last summer. As News 10 first reported, police say Norvell Etienne confronted his ex-girlfriend as she was attempting to leave her home. Police say he allegedly shot her multiple times before leaving the scene in a vehicle. A car chase started and ended in Royals Parish, where troopers found the suspect dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. News 10's Rodrika Taylor spoke exclusively with the survivor who needs help supporting her kids, since she is now wheelchair bound.
It was here at Brook Point Apartments. Police say D'Angela Celestine was shot multiple times. Police say since getting out of the hospital, it has been challenging supporting Celestine and her children.
It's just hard because I'm just so not used to being like this. I would never think in a million years it would be me to be paralyzed from the waist on down. I'm not able to care for my kids as I used to. And it's kind of like sad a little bit because they're used to the mom that I was before 9/11.
28-year-old D'Angela Celestine spent 3 months in the hospital and 3 weeks in rehab before going home. While on the road to recovery, she also lost her mother, whom she was caring for before the shooting. Unfortunately, Celestine never got a chance to say goodbye.
The emotions that I'm feeling, sometimes it's a bit of happiness to be home, but at the same time, it's a bit of sadness too because of the event that took place.
As if the hardship on her body isn't enough, Celestine says she is currently living with her sister in a 1-bedroom apartment.
I refuse to go back to Brook Point and live there after the accident.
With family, friends, and her kids supporting Celestine, she hopes better will come.
I'm going to do a lot of motivation to her and her kids, and I just want the best for her.
In Lafayette, Rodrika Taylor, KLFY News 10.